Welcome to the Star Unfiltered. I am Emron, joined by Mula, Noah, and Twan. And the Dallas Cowboys have lost again, moved down to below 500 again, as they get absolutely destroyed by the Denver Broncos. Went into Mile High and got stomped 44-24 by these Denver Broncos. So, yeah, I mean, Mula, what was your thoughts on the game, man?
Uh, it was a what can go wrong, will go wrong type of game for me. It this was that turning into Dak. Hopefully he doesn't continue. Hopefully this is just a one game thing. I mean, it's not going to be a one game thing, but hopefully it doesn't keep happening. It's not too frequent. Um, I'm putting this loss on our defense, of course, per usual, but also Dak. Dak and the defense. I gotta put blame on Dak though, for sure.
Noah?
Yeah, man, this loss is on the whole team. I mean, your quarterback can respond. That defense is garbage. Again, I mean, this franchise is terrible. The season is officially over. This is just garbage. I don't know what else to expect. Like, is this every single time? Like, this was the season. You needed this game, and that's it. It's done. Look forward to next year. I
Twan?
have a lot more to say. Yeah.
Twan?
I'm just looking at the faces, brother. Hey, I'm just here for the faces, man. I mean, only thing I will say, I let myself down last week. Anytime I try to put a little faith in these cats, man, anytime, just the littlest faith, they let me down. I said last week, y'all was gonna win. I mean, y'all was on the high horse, but I guess that front running stuff I was playing with first. But I guess it come to fruition. Y'all are true front runners every week. But we gonna get into it, man. It's on everybody. It's on the offense. It's on the defense. It's always been on the defense. But we expect the offense to cover for that. They've been doing it all year. They didn't show up today. Every big game this season, they have not showed up for. Every playoff caliber team this season, they have not showed up for. But the Packers, which the Packers will turn around and wipe you guys again in the playoff like they do every year. So that don't even matter. I mean, we'll see, man.
Yeah, I mean, I think the real, bad part about this game is the fact like Denver Broncos, they are 6-2, but they skid by teams. They play very, not the most stylish of football. They try to hang in there, and they play they play very very good D, and they do enough on offense. You look at some of the games that they won. They played a very ugly game and beat Philadelphia, came back 21-17 tight one. Played an extremely ugly game against the Jets, holding Justin Fields less than 15 yards, winning 13-11. They had a tight one going up against the worst team in the league, Tennessee Titans. That was a one possession game, 20-12. They don't go out and put up what they put up today. I mean, 44 points. Bo Nix throwing for 4 touchdowns. And J.K. Dobbins averaging 7.4 yards a carry as well. It was like Denver. They could do whatever they wanted, whether they wanted to, push the ball down the field or whether they wanted to, run the ball. And yeah, how disappointing was just seeing how dominant Denver was in this game, Mula.
It was very disappointing. You know, uh, I thought our offense would be able to, you know, overpower those guys the way we've been looking all year. But like I said, man, this was the first true test. We hadn't really faced a true defense outside of the Packers. The Packers game is what really gave me hope for our offense, shit, and the way we put up points against them. But this is one thing that we keep forgetting. That game was at home. Dallas has never been a team that's known for winning on the road. So when you're playing against one of the best defenses in the league, and then you're on the road, what the hell you think gonna happen? You know. Um. So yeah, highly disappointed in our offense. Defense, I stay disappointed. I live there, but uh, yeah, the offense definitely let me down.
No.
I mean, I'll say I'm disappointed, but I'm not surprised. I mean, last week I did say I was concerned about the pass rush, and look what happened. Dak was moved off his spot several times. They couldn't do anything. I mean, that's been the story of this team all year. Look, you thought I was being fake optimistic or something, fake pessimistic, whatever, when I said the Dallas Cowboys were 3 in the power rankings. There's a reason why I said that. I don't care if they blew out a depleted Commanders team. I said the division was a long shot. Keep in mind, that was what? Week 5. We're in week 7. We see what the outlook is going to be. Our starting cornerback, 97 mil, is gone for 4 games. So I'm pretty safe to say that the season's over.
Come on.
I mean, they did what I expected. I'm very surprised of the offense, especially after what Giants did went in Denver and did to them last week. Even though they didn't come out with the victory, for the Giants to be at the bottom of the barrel when it comes to offensive talent right now, to have a rookie starting quarterback, a rookie starting running back. Unfortunately, what happened with him today, Scatterboo, but hopefully he'll get back. Um, there's no excuse. I mean, there's no. I can't sit here and listen to no one give me a reason as to why they put 17, and I'm gonna keep it at 17. I understand they scored 24, but like Shannon Sharp says, and like Skip Bayless is starting to come around too. Get them empty calorie shit the fuck on, bro. I'm not trying to hear that empty calorie shit. Everybody playing prevent. They lackadaisical. The game is over. Yeah, you're gonna have Joe Milton go in there and throw for a 7 piece. Cool. The game was 17 to whatever the final score was with Denver. That's where I'm gonna put it at. And to go in there and put 17 points up, you have two of the top talented wide receivers. You have a decent backfield this year. The O line been decent this year. There's no excuse. So I don't feel sorry for him. I it's just sad. It's sad. I feel bad for Cowboy fans, but how they act, they don't care. Well, they're gonna go beat the Raiders in a couple weeks, and we're back to hoorah. And well, if we beat this team and this team, we got a chance to get in this slot and this seed. And so I'm just here for the ride, man. We'll just see how it finishes.
So I saw in the group chat y'all were having a little bit of a disagreement, regarding, whether this was more to blame. I think from what I understood, Tuan was blaming said the offense deserved more blame than what Mullah they deserved, and Mullah was stuck on the defense and them giving up 44 points. Can y'all, I want to
Yeah,
hear
let's
your
get
side of
straight
it.
into it, Imran. I'm gonna get
Yeah.
straight into it. I'm gonna get my shit off first. So let's talk about it. All right, we go down, we get a pick. We get a pick, right? Boom. I'm like, okay, damn, it ain't gonna maybe we'll be all right. We go down, we only put 3 on the board. Okay, cool. That's okay. That's not the end of the world. That's a great start. We took first possession from them, and we get the ball back at halftime. I'm
Yeah.
looking at the whole picture. All right, boom. They go down, score 7. Okay, boom. Offense trots back on the field. Turnover on downs. Okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? It's still a game. Defense comes trot they sorry ass back on the fucking field and let them go downfield in 3-4 plays and score another fucking touchdown. Now it's 14-3, bro. It's 14-3. We're damn near one-dimensional now. Now we have to pass the ball. All that running shit, we can run a little bit, but time is ticking now. We got a lot of football left. But come on, man. We got to put points on the board. We know deep down we got to get 7. Fucking field goals ain't gonna cut it. We go down, we score another field goal. Now it's 14-6. They come back, what, kick a field goal? Was it 17-6? I don't even know. Or did they score another touchdown? Was it 21-6?
No, I think they
No,
made a
they
field goal.
scored a touchdown. It's
They
fourteen
scored a,
ten.
No, 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 no,
I
no, no,
don't
no.
fucking know. I just
Cowboys
know the
scored a
whole,
touchdown to
I
make
just
it
feel like the whole,
14-10.
what was it?
Cowboys scored a touchdown to make it 14-10. They punched it in, I think, with Javante.
Oh, yeah, it was 14-10. Then they came down and scored another touchdown. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Now it's 21-10. Right. So now we 21-10, and we got the ball back. That's when Dak fucked up and shit. Um, but I just felt like we was just digging ourselves out of a hole. What
When you're talking about when he threw the second interception, I believe it was 27-10
I
when
was
he
talking
threw
about
that
the
second.
first one. Didn't
The
he
first
throw
one.
one? The first one in the right before the half expired. You remember he tried to get points.
Yeah,
We
it was
we just
27.
needed.
It was. It was 27-10. It was at the end of the half, 27-10. It was
Yeah,
27-10 by
27.
that point. They went down and scored another touchdown. Yeah,
They went, yeah.
27-10.
I just know we kept getting the ball, and they kept. We would go, three and out, whatever. They go down, score a touchdown. Three and
Yeah,
out, go down, score a touchdown. But that shit gonna happen in the NFL. You gonna have three and outs. You are gonna have times where you can't convert and get the first, bro. That shit gonna
especially
happen,
against the best D in the league.
especially against the best defense in the league. That's all I was trying to say. Now, at the end of the day, I place overall blame on Dak and our defense more so than the offense. And that's what I was trying to say. Like the offense could have played better. Yeah, we used to them playing more great, but we ain't had no true tests throughout the whole season. Yes, Packers was a true test, but we were at home. When we're on the road, we do not play well. So this was the one of the greatest tests ever. The best defense, and you're on the road. You fucking right. It's supposed to be a defensive game, low scoring dogfight. Now we don't have a defense, therefore it wasn't that. But that's what it was supposed to be. And that's what I was trying to get Twan to see. You're not gonna score 30 points every game. You're not gonna score 40 points every game. I don't give a damn who you are. If you go look up and do the research, you're not gonna find no team that scored 30 and 40 points a game. Ever. So the shit ain't going, if that's what you think gonna happen, like you might as well go hop on Madden, put on rookie mode or some shit. That's the only time you're gonna see it. And that's all I was trying to tell the guy, man. But he's kind of pissed because his shit didn't cover. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know why he bet on them guys. Like that's what he
Go
really
on.
pissed off about. Like, yeah, I digress.
I mean, just 7 days ago, did they play last Sunday, Washington?
Yes.
Just 7 days ago, they put up 44 points. You don't
Okay,
go from, I don't care who you're talking about. I don't care who you talking about is this and that. You don't go from 17, and I'm going to keep saying 17. If we can be respectful and honest about it, it's 17 points. You
you can go
don't go from
17.
17 points to 44. You don't go from 44 to 17. The
No.
Giants put up 32 on these boys 7 days ago. Come on. What are we still cradling? All that cradling shit y'all do to these grown men is bobbling to me. And it's only the Cowboy fans that does this. That's what irks me the most as an ex-Cowboy fan. Because I used to be the same way. But when you grow up and understand these boys getting paid millions of dollars to go out there and perform, that do not go from scoring 17 points 44 points to 17. And 44 was a divisional game. That was against a divisional opponent. You don't do that. Denver, yeah, they solid, but y'all average 31 points a game. They ain't that solid to let Giants put up 32 on them. They're
Nigga, they
not that
got the best
solid.
defense in the league.
How do they
What
do
is
that and
niggas?
then let the Giants put up 32 points?
Okay, I don't know nothing about the Giants. I can't speak to what game plan they had. I know the game is about matchups. I know a lot of it has to do with play calling. We could
What
dive into it. We had a
matchups?
lot of
Who on the Giants is CeeDee Lamb?
we
Who
had a
on the
lot of
Giants is
shitty
George
play
Pickens?
calls. We had a lot of shitty play calls.
Now it's the play. There we go.
No,
There
no,
we
no.
go.
Didn't you just mention that earlier in the text thread?
You got it, brother. You
Stop,
got it. You
brother.
got
Stop.
it.
It's a plethora of things that I'm gonna get into of the reasons of why we lost this game. But I'm just
Y'all was
saying, bro. If
y'all
you
y'all was just nut hugging the coaching last week. Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
y'all
man,
said
the coaching
y'all said nothing
was
about the play calling the first 6-7 weeks of the season.
nothing
true, no. We said something about the play call in the Packers game.
on defense,
On
not
No,
offense.
offense. We talked about
Wait,
how they
wait.
came out slow in the Packers game. Them niggas didn't score only barely. Like, they scored like three in the first quarter. Them niggas didn't come out on fire in the Packers game. I mean, I was saying that shit, but like I say, the game is about matchups, bro. You talking about the fucking Commanders we played? Them niggas is ass. We know the Commanders is ass. We supposed to put 44 fucking points up against the Commanders. Why? Because they got no offense. The niggas ain't got no receivers. We gonna get the ball so many more possessions than the niggas. The niggas is ass. You can't name no other DB besides Lattimore. Why wouldn't we dog them niggas? This team is a whole nother team. Nigga, Sertan, what I'm pissed about is they did that to us without Sertan playing. That's what bothers me. But
Surtain
they got
didn't
a
play.
that nigga got hurt, and I don't think he came back in the game after the first possession. But
Nah, he
I'm
didn't play. didn't play just like how Jalen Carter didn't play week one. Cowboys didn't take advantage of that. This time around, Patrick Surtain, the Cowboys didn't take advantage of it. Yeah, I mean, you can't expect this team to put up 40 points each week. I agree with that point, Mullah, but here's my problem too. Dak is such a front runner. When it's all going well for the offense, he's playing his best football. He's cooking up. When the adversity is climbing, when you're going up against a good defense, when you're on the road, when you get down early, suddenly he looks like the shell of the quarterback he looked in his first couple of the first couple of games of the season. So I think it's pretty damning for Dak as well. And let's be honest though, this Cowboys team, they didn't necessarily get stifled by this Broncos defense. They put up, they did put up 24 points. I thought they did a good job of attacking that one white cornerback that they had. He had like three pass
Moss.
interferences. Moss, yes, Moss. He had like three pass interferences with them. He had no business being one-on-one with CD. And I thought CD and Pickens, they both had respectable games. I think they combined for, over 150 yards. The run game as well wasn't really a factor because they went down, they were down 14-3 early, so they couldn't get that going and made them one-dimensional as well. So I don't think the offense necessarily stifled, but they didn't look the way that they look before. And you know what? Frankly, that is okay. I think this blame, there's a lot to be spread about, but it's very, very damning with the defense. But before we move on, Mullah, you said you had a lot of things you wanted to say about why this went wrong. Why this went. I wanted to let you you have the floor.
1 second, Imran. We have a special guest on the Cowboys Network today. One moment. Give me one moment.
We'll see. We'll see this. We'll see this. We'll see
I
this.
can't wait to see this, brother.
Depending on, I don't. Oh, okay.
Today we have Bridges. We got Bridges on the network today, y'all. So I got a question, Bridges. We got. Let's do it. Cool, Bridges. So you got the first, and you got an interception on the first drive of the game. And with you being a rookie, I understand. Jitters. Nervousness, maybe no experience. We thought that'll build some confidence, get you going. What happened after that? Nothing. Okay. You fucking right. Nothing. This nigga ain't do nothing. Pack this nigga the fuck up, man. Bridges, get the fuck on, bro. I don't even know his first name, but this nigga's done, bro. He gotta go now. Pack him up with Diggs. Pack him the fuck up with Diggs. And like we talk about all the time, Imran, they always have a breakout fucking niggas always have their best game against us. Who the fuck is Franklin? Fuck is this? San Andreas? The fuck is niggas talking about? Like, bro, these niggas is pissing me off, bro. But like I say, man, Bridges is horrendous. When I thought the defense couldn't get worse, like Noah said, it's only up from here. This shit got worse. I never thought I would be wanting Diggs to be out there. Like I was pleading and hoping I'd see Diggs run out the fucking tunnel. Like, this shit was horrible, man.
No,
Uh,
I didn't think there was a reality where the Denver Broncos could put up 44. This is if y'all watch them, if you watch them this season, they play the most dirty, ugly football. They get ugly wins. This is not their game. They don't come out and punch people in the mouths. They're down. A lot of the games that they won, they're coming back. They're being gritty about it. They're relying on the best defense in the league and an opportunistic offense, led by Bo Nix and Sean Payton. But this game, they came in and they're throwing punches, looking like some of the prime Sean Payton offenses we saw with Drew Brees.
yep.
So yeah, Noah.
Yeah. So I know like this we like I know like the I'll say disagreement that Mullah and Tuan were having, was really between them. But I will say this quick disclaimer: when it comes to the play calling, I did call out the play calling just a few weeks ago. I just want to let y'all know against Carolina. That's one.
Mm.
Second, um, my one of my responses to Mullah, because I agree with Tuan on a certain point. This reminded me of the Packers playoff game. I mean, the only difference is that we went down 14-3. Okay, we get a touchdown, but after that, what, 20-10, 27-10, and just like that, it was just like that. Every time they come back to score, they respond. It's 20-10. What do I get from the offense? Nothing. Dak's missing some throws, causing drives to come to a halt. They're just stopping. What is that? I see him miss Turpin on a 5 yard pat. Like, what is
Can I
that?
interrupt you? Can I interrupt you?
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
that moment it was 3rd and 5. I believe at that time the Cowboys were down. What was the score at that time?
30-17.
30-17. And it was 4th and 5 with about 3 minutes left in the third quarter. And I was legitimately like, and I never do this when it comes to like me. I'm very conservative when it comes to like football decision making. But I was legitimately like thinking in my mind, they should go for this. Like they punt the ball back, they're not winning this game. They go for it and somehow get a touchdown out of this drive. They can make something out of it. Did any of y'all in y'all minds think like maybe they should have gone for it then?
I just
Yeah.
knew he was going for it. Like I just knew the offense was staying out there. Like
Well, they
I looked
punted it.
down, huh?
They punted it.
Yeah, I know, but I looked down and looked up. Yeah, and the fucking special teams is out there, and I was just confused. Like exactly where y'all are putting the ball at. Your defense is going to be right there trying to stop them from scoring the touchdown. So just go for it. Shit is crazy.
And they got there in like 2-3 plays too. That was they got there like that. I went to use the restroom. By the time I got back, they were already at the place that they would have been if they just have gone for it.
Exactly,
But
bro.
yeah, my bad for interrupting you. Noah, you can continue your point.
No, that's a great point because I was literally just jumping up and down. I was like, please don't punt. Please don't punt. Keep in mind, the only reason why they held him to 3 is because Cortland Sutton dropped the ball. And guess who was guarding him? Bridges. So
Bridge.
just keep that in mind. I don't understand. You're supposed to let your balls drop and go for it. You don't have a defense. So even if you turn the ball on downs, like it was gonna be that either way.
Yep.
What are you paying your quarterback 60 mil for? What are you paying your wide receiver 136 over 4 years or whatever it is? And then you got George Pickens. So I don't get it. On top of that, last week I said they're gonna pick on that cornerback too. They didn't pick on him enough. Why are we handing the ball to Javonte Williams for 3 yards per carry up the middle? You're down 2 scores. They took half of the third quarter to score, and they were down 27-10. It's 30-17. And what am I watching? Just run, run. 2 runs on second and third down is pathetic. The same play calling I was talking about, but it's not only play calling. Dak's there too. Right before the half, you're down 27-10. You have a great field goal kicker. You could at least get 3, and you get ball at half. But what do you decide to do? They're playing what, under 2 man? Whatever the hell the commentator was saying, bro. I could just clearly tell. Why are you throwing it up the seam? He loves to throw it up the seam, by the way. But
Mm-hmm.
there's a cornerback. He's covered. I don't know why you're pressing. When Dak starts pressing, the game is over. That's when you get Dak. If I'm a defensive coordinator, you want to take shit away? Sorry, you want to take stuff away? That's how you get him. He keeps pressing the ball downfield. When everyone was talking about front runners, that's the reason. I hate to say it, but what else can I say? It's the same thing every year. I can point to 2019 against Tom Brady at New England, 9 points. 2021 at Kansas City, 9 points. The Packers, bro. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. I'm getting really sick and tired because the defense is always going to be trash. I mean, they traded away Michael Parsons. It is what it is. Defense was trash. They were messed up either way, but you could at least score like, okay, 20-10, make it 20-17. You just go back and forth. But now you're down 27-10.
Yeah, that was a very very bad interception. Especially, I mean, I believe they only had one timeout left. Was like 20-25 seconds either way. So even if we were to complete that pass, they would have tackled him. It would have led to a field goal at the end of the day. They didn't have that much of a realistic shot to get it into the end zone. You're at the 50. You get 5 yards, 5-10 yards is practically a chip shot for your kicker, So, and
Mm-hmm.
then so yeah, I thought that was a pretty bad mistake as well. But Mullah, in regards to Dak's performance, or Twan, in regards to Dak's performance here, do you think do you know what would you assign him in the blame game? You know, if you had to give him a percentage this loss.
Uh, I mean, 100%. Be honest, we didn't have no expectations for the defense today. It was solely supposed to be Dak versus Denver. QBR 65, two interceptions, no tuds, under 200. You paint the picture of this. This dude had under 200 yards, and they was down by two tuds early in the game. Do you know how hard that is to not throw for at least 200 yards, and you're playing from behind since the first quarter with the top offense in the league? Come on, bro. I would expect to, if I'm Dak Prescott, I would expect to watch some type of podcast like this and to see 3 or 4 individuals saying the same type of stuff that I'm saying. The problem is we have 2 other Cowboy fans here. And the problem is every Cowboy fan thinks the same and they let these boys off the hook. What's the coach from Arizona said back in the day? We let him off the hook. that's y'all every single Sunday, and that's why he gets out the game. That's why he dressed up in his little white boy clothes to get his wife and kiddos, get in his fat ass truck, and be smiling and shit at the end of the game because he don't care. He know when he get on social, it's still gonna be the Cowboy fans. Oh man, that's all right, man. We got him. It's the defense. It's this and that. He knows when he go back out here next week or whenever and throw 400 against the Raiders, he's gonna get back on this social and see Cowboys is playoff bound. He knows this. This is the problem. Accountability is the problem with these boys. And Dak, I give him all the blame today. No tutties, 2 interceptions, and you got Jackson Dart out here looking like prime Drew Brees. No, no.
Yeah, I
Mula.
mean it's the same shit when Dak played Jalen Hurts when he was a rookie. Uh, Motherfucker played better than Dak. I'm looking at Jalen Hurts like, damn. Every nigga played Jaden Daniels when he was a rookie. I'm looking at Jaden Daniels like, damn. Like, it seemed like, I mean, he didn't play a rookie this time. He played a younger quarterback and Bo Nix. And Bo Nix played, what he had, 4 touchdowns, one
Four
interception.
touchdowns, one interception, the
Even the
early one.
interception he threw was bullshit. Even I said Michael Bridges. I'll take Michael Bridges over that Bridges. Fuck is you talking about? Like, even the interception that Bridges caught was a horrible pass. We could have caught that shit. It wasn't like he jumped around and picked the ball up. But back to that. No, I mean, I'm not being a delusional Cowboys fan right now. I'm just saying, bro, like, Dak is going to be Dak. Dak is going to Dak at some point throughout the season. We know that. Y'all said this on a couple podcasts ago. Dak is going to turn into Dak. I mean, we probably wasn't expecting it this game, but that's why I'm not that surprised by Dak tweaking this game. Every quarterback has a game like this throughout the season. It ain't no excuses. But if we asking for perfection, no one that walks this earth is perfect. A nigga ain't gonna play a perfect game every game, man. Like it's just not gonna happen. Which is why you want to rely on your defense. Maybe my defense can turn the ball over. Maybe my defense can get a 3-and-out and give me another opportunity. Give me, you know what I'm saying? Help me out here.
You
I'm Dak.
know,
I've been playing. I'm literally in the lead of MVP runnings out of the whole league. Dak
no.
is that. Like, let's be real here. The nigga, I mean, all this, the nigga always come up short. I get it. But we could say this now, if he would have folded to the Packers, it was a tie. But shit, he was the only reason why that shit was still a game. The nigga been holding his own at times throughout this year. It was just at this moment this nigga failed because he
Mhm.
that. That turned into that. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I'm agreeing with what you're saying. He can't have the games that he's having every week, but and I understand why you said that, but like this is a guy that's been in the league for 9 years. There's a bigger picture now with Dak Prescott. There's a much bigger picture, and it's the whole the whole concept of when the moments, the biggest of moments not showing up. That's the big picture right now when it comes to Dak Prescott. Like if he was if he was a second, third year quarterback that didn't have the repertoire that he's had of, not being able to get it over the line, okay, we'd be able to ignore this and say that's just, that's a young quarterback, he'll have a bad game here and there. Jordan Love will have his bad game in there. Yeah, there's no problem. This is a Dak Prescott guy that he kind of loses all. What's the word? What's what I'm trying to say? He loses
Credibility.
no,
Experience.
not credibility. Like there's no sympathy when it comes to things like this. I guess
Oh,
that's what I'm trying to say. There should be no sympathy because, well, we're trying. Cowboy fans are looking for something different with him and him showing, the Cowboys fan base that he can get it over the line, that he can be the person, that takes it over the line. He is a $60 million quarterback, and times again, it's not, it hasn't happened. That's why the games like these, the performances like these, you know, I believe he should get more criticism than what a what a Jordan Love would get from a game like this, because Jordan Love doesn't have, a history of not showing up when it matters the most and front running. Dak, the Cowboys, we talked about Cowboys being a front runner. Dak is a front runner. When everything is going good, when the offense is balling out, when receivers are uncovering, he'll put up his points, he'll put up his stats, he'll put up his numbers. When it comes to the times when you really need to make the difference, where you get that little bit of tunnel vision, where you're thinking, you're second guessing yourself. I mean, bro, there we have not seen Dak Prescott throw it into triple coverage like that. We've seen, that he did in that second interception today all season. Sometimes, he had a throw early in that game, to, I think it was George Pickens down the left hand sideline where he kind of threw it across his body. He'll make plays like that. He has the talent. And then sometimes just that's not what that's not the MVP Dak. I don't know what that throw was. It make absolutely no sense. And you can't say this is a rookie quarterback, this is a young quarterback. No, this is a guy ninth year in the league. Those sort of mistakes should not be happening, throwing in triple coverage. Noah?
yeah. So okay, this is Tatuan because I know I'm gonna say this again. What I'm disagreeing with is the whole fact. Look, we got an ex-Cowboys fan, right? And we got the host Emron, he's a Niners fan. If y'all don't know, and then we got me and Mullah, Cowboys fans. Here's my thing. Now, Dak has played well this year. Most of these performances, I haven't had to get onto him as much. But I wouldn't say I'm just avoiding holding him accountable. I'm just gonna put that out there. The first thing, one place you can get me is when we talked about his playoff success. You can ask Emron. I guess when I was saying he played well enough to win some games, but he's saying like
No, no, no,
that
no,
don't.
no. I hate to get involved here, Noah, but don't act like you're some sort of, guy that doesn't, that's always, projected.
What
Look, look,
here's
look.
my thing.
I
Here's
remember,
my
I
thing.
remember, I remember. No, 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 no. I remember. It was after, I forgot what game it was, Noah. If you can remind me, was it maybe after the Green Bay? It was after Dak had a really great performance. I think it was after the Green Bay game or something, right? And we were talking about, all the NFL games, right? And we got to Dak Prescott. And no, I think it was a game Dak Prescott played extremely well in, but the Cowboys lost. I forgot what game it was, right? But he played really, really well and the Cowboys lost. And I said, you know what? Dak is garbage, man. And this is a proof that he's even more garbage this game. Because of, I tried to use it this like how he plays right now. Where was that when it matters the most? And Noah, you were absolutely on my ass. You were like, what are you talking about? Blah, blah, blah. Now we come here, we fast forward into Dak's bad performance, and you want to sit here and act like you're some sort of, you're some sort of Nobel Peace Prize. I was never this side. I was never that. I was always in the middle. No, you were just as how
How?
Twan was talking about the guys that
Wait. How
coddled
can you
Dak?
say that?
You coddled Dak. You
How can you
coddled
say
Dak.
that? No, I don't coddle Dak. If
You
I'm
do
looking
coddle
at
Dak,
him
bro. When Dak
without his
was
wide
having these
receiver,
useless
no, 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 no.
performances earlier
He
on this
missed.
season,
He missed.
you
He
were
missed
saying
his
Dak's
wide
on the
receiver
MVP
one
train.
the first
Dak is
time.
this. Dak is that.
No.
But now, no, no, no. Dak has his first bad performance. You're sitting here acting like you're like the judge of all judges. You were never on the Dak
I didn't
train.
say I was the
No,
judge of all judges.
no, no,
Here's the
no. It's
thing. I'm not gonna act like when my quarterback, when I'm 1-2, I have no CD Lamb, and I'm about
no.
to play the team that we traded our best defensive player to.
Look, if you're gonna be a ride
And
or
no, no, no,
die,
no, because
be a
all of
ride or
America had
die.
us getting
Now Dak is
destroyed
about
that
to
game. Stop
now
it, man.
Dak is fall off. You're trying to
Stop it.
jump off the Titanic. If you're gonna be a ride or die, be a ride or die. Be a ride or die. If you're gonna
He's
be a
talking
ride or
about
die, be
ride
a
or
ride or
die.
die.
This is the same guy that he doesn't believe anything I say when I want to stand on an opinion.
Oh my.
This is the same guy. Just keep that in mind. Just keep that in
Okay,
Yeah.
mind.
keep going.
But here's
Keep
the
going.
thing. With Green Bay, I mean, he played exceptionally well. There's nothing to hold him accountable for at that time. When you
Was it
called
the
me and
Green Bay game?
said, huh?
It was the Green Bay game
Are you talking about
that
this
we had
season?
that. No, when we had that conversation on the phone, I forgot what it was. The Green
It
Bay
was the
game, right?
Green Bay game.
It was the Green Bay game.
It was the Green Bay game. And here's the
Yeah,
thing. I understood the point you were saying down the line, but in that moment, I'm talking about this moment right now. In that moment,
exactly,
everybody
exactly.
had his team 30 piece.
In
30
that moment,
piece.
you
Nobody
didn't
had
want to
us
take it
touching
because
them.
Dak
You
was not.
understand that?
Here's
We
the
were going to
problem.
get destroyed on national television. That's the whole
Here's the
point
problem.
here.
Here's the problem. Noah, here's the problem. Here's the problem. Here's the problem with you. Here's the problem with you. You're too emotionally high and low. When Dak is playing his greatest, you're up here. Nobody can criticize Dak. What's wrong with you? Blah blah blah. Now when Dak is low, get him out of the team, man. This guy's terrible. $60 million
When?
dollar
How?
quarterback.
Name a
You gotta
time.
be.
Name a
What do you mean?
time.
Name a time.
Name
I
a
just named the
time.
time right now when we were talking about that Green
No, I
Bay
was
game,
not on.
bro.
Here's the
You
thing. You keep taking stuff out of context. Here's what I'm trying to tell you.
did you not get
If I
mad when I said Dak? You know this is when I said Dak is good, terrible after the Packers game. Did you not get frustrated?
Yeah, who wouldn't? He played incredible.
I know a lot of
For
Dak
Cowboys.
somebody
balled
that was
out.
gonna for somebody that was gonna go into that game and they were I'm not a betting man, but you can look at odds or whatever, but it was they were projected to get blown out. Blown out. Blown out. And he put 40 on the Green Bay Packers defense. This is when they were up high. A vaunted
You know
Green
how
Bay
many
Packers
games Dak
defense.
has been
Look,
projected to
uh,
win in the playoffs,
huh?
and he ended up losing. You know how many times Dak has been projected to win a game in the playoffs that he ended up losing, that he ended up getting blown out
Here's the
in.
thing though. I'm talking about that specific moment. Look, I've had my
This what
moments
I'm
like any
on.
other Cowboys fan.
Hey,
I can stand up and take accountability for that. Okay. I've had my moments. 20 what? 20 going to 2019 season, outrageous prediction, right? What else? I had him going what? NFC Championship game
He,
2023. Look, here's
look,
the thing I'm saying though.
legitimately, if there's a way out, here's my point. If there's a way out, I would move on from Dak if I was the Dallas Cowboys. You have a ceiling. When it comes to Dak, you have a ceiling. Obviously, it's very hard to move off a guy. Dak Prescott is not a bum, He's still a solid quarterback, but there's a ceiling with him. He'll be good enough to where you're not a bad draft pick, but but he won't be good enough to win you a Super Bowl. Maybe just maybe he's won 2 playoff games in 9 years. I'm trying to say maybe he'll win a playoff game, but the odds don't even say that. The odds don't even say that. So, if I'm the Cowboys, I'm paying him 60 million. I mean, you know, now you're not gonna have a good draft pick enough to get a quarterback, but I'll definitely move on.
hold on, I must interrupt. Cause Imran Twan was on that same shit you saying. Twan said the same thing when we beat the Packers. They gonna hold you. Hey, Dak looking. Hey, Hey, I don't know what he did this offseason. He got in the lab this offseason. Yeah, he said all
Yeah.
that. Nigga got in the lab. Nigga
Yeah.
on some. Yeah, I see him out there on some Mahomes shit. He out there on some Mahomes shit. Yeah, on me. We
Yeah.
talking just like that.
I
Now
was
it's
eh,
now it's
that's not me.
no, no. Pick us. Let's favorite Twan's favorite fucking quote or saying. Pick a side. Pick a side. What is it,
Brother,
brother?
I can say a brother playing good when they playing good. Just like
But
I
as
can
soon
say
as he
he's playing
lose,
ass when he playing ass like
So
today.
what
That,
makes what I said any different? This is the stuff I'm talking about here.
no,
I
no, no,
said that
exactly.
no,
after
no.
Green Bay.
I don't go to the extreme. I don't go to the extreme saying, "Oh yeah, no, he's fucking goaded. He's
I
getting
never
to the
said he
bowl.
was
Like we
goaded.
need him. We need to
Who
pay."
said he
I
was
don't do
goaded?
that.
My nigga, no, I ain't say
That's
that.
my thing. I never said he was
Well,
goaded.
Imran, that's
This
how
is the stuff.
Imran is talking, like he said.
Look. Here's the thing. When he brought up Dak, we had a FaceTime. He brought up Dak, right? And I was like, you know, he's sudden. I knew he was really up here, so I needed to bring him down. Because I wanted to get him to reality. I was
Yeah,
like, nah. I
yeah.
mean,
I
we had a
knew
good
he
game,
was.
but this just shows how bad
This
he
is
was.
He was
ridiculous.
You know
trolling.
what
He
I
was
mean?
baiting.
And
I knew
if
he
I
was
said
really
that,
up here.
Yeah.
if I look, I know right now if I said this with Twan would understand the point I was trying to make, and he'll agree with me. If I said it to you, when I said it to you, you couldn't deal with it. You were like, were you not frustrated? No,
Was I not
you were the
frustrated?
when I said that.
Dude, I don't think you ever know what I have going up on here because I said what's it called? I said the Dallas Cowboys were 3. You're like, nah, bro, you're lying. You're lying. You're lying. There's a reason why I said that. I just don't know. Dude, I'm not a mime. I'm not a clown putting on some facade or some shit, bro. Like, if I'm saying something, that's what I believe. That's it. I just don't get it. Look, he's known me for a
Nah,
while.
hell nah,
Okay,
Emron.
cool,
Get on
bro, but it
Twan
just don't
ass.
make any
Because
sense.
Twan was
I
doing
can
the same
understand Twan
thing.
going off of what he's saying, cool. But if you
Hell
want
no. Twan
I
literally compared Dak to Mahomes. I literally heard him verbatim say he out there on some
Bro,
Mahomes type
what?
shit.
Mahomes got
okay, but
championships,
I'm
brother.
just saying, no,
Okay,
the way
okay,
you say he
okay.
was operating
either
So
on
Mula,
way,
what's
offense, he
your
was on
thought?
some Mahomes type
What's your
shit.
thoughts on what I said about Dak then? About
Just
you know if
saying.
I'm the Cowboys, I'd move on.
Hell no, we ain't moving on from my nigga. My nigga Dak here for good.
There
He's
we
here to
go.
stay. He's on M. He's playing like an MVP caliber quarterback. Even
There we
after
go.
today's game, his numbers still remain the same.
There
I
we
mean, we're
go.
gonna see at the end of the season what we want to do with that. We don't gotta make a decision right now.
Well,
When
I'm
he
not
keep
saying. Obviously, I'm not saying you should. I'm not saying you move on from him right now. I'm not
no,
saying hell nah.
I'm just saying though. I'm saying though, we can't tell right now for real. To me, I know his history says one thing, but bro, it's a team sport. Now take all these games we played and just give that a average defense. We're damn near undefeated.
You give him an average defense, that his play is going down. I promise you. That's the funny thing. That's the funny thing about that. You give him an average, the defense improves, his play will go. You'll drop down. He'll drop down. I promise you. Dak Prescott did not have an elite defense from 2020 to 2022, and he had some of his 2021 season specifically, literally had his worst season ever and probably had his best defense. He led the league in interception and he missed 6 games. And by the way, in those 6 games, Cooper Rush went 5-1. Went 5-1. And
Yeah.
that was an elite top-notch defense, that went in and they held the 49ers to 12 points. Or yeah, held the 49ers to 19 points. And he got held to 12 and he threw 2 picks in that game. You know
That
what
was
I mean? So,
that was Mike McCarthy though.
oh
That's
my
whole that's
goodness.
trash ass play calling.
It was Mike McCarthy. It was
and
James
this
Garrett, or it was
Jason Garrett, it was
Garrett,
Mike
Jason Garrett,
McCarthy, it was the
Mike
It's
defensive
a lot
McCarthy.
of
This
coordinator,
game was
pieces, bro.
Brian
It,
it
it
was
ain't just
Schottenheimer.
it
it
ain't
was
just
a
that
special
simple, bro.
teams coach, it
It's
was
a
a
lot of
practice
pieces,
squad
bro.
coach.
It's a lot of pieces. It's a
Each
lot of
year, each
pieces to
year
make.
there's a new issue. Each year there's a new issue. One year it was penalties. One year it was offense, the weapons. One year is the defense. One year is coaching staff. Each year y'all find a new excuse to make for Dak Prescott, and
You can't blame. So I'm sorry, Amar. You can't blame Jerry, and you really start. It's really getting in that gray area right now to where y'all not gonna be able to blame Jerry because yeah, Jerry had a stint where he wasn't willing to let go of Jason. He wasn't willing to let go of McCarthy. He done started granting y'all wishes of getting rid of these coaches, and it's coming and it's happening, and the same outcome is coming about. So y'all better tread lightly. Cause
He's the one who got these
Jerry
sorry ass
Jones is
niggas.
giving y'all what y'all starting to ask for, and y'all still not coming through, bro.
He giving us these weak ass players too.
Now it's the players. It was just the coaches in the play calling. Now it's the play. Come on, this is
It's 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 always been it's always been a defense. I'm talking about defense. I'm not talking about offense. He if he's the nigga who you said y'all just said he's the nigga who handles contracts. He's the GM. He brings
he's
all
a
the
GM.
people
Yeah,
in.
yeah, yeah. Trades,
He brings
contracts, free
that
agency, all
defense
that.
that's on that field is because of Jerry. He ain't never safe. The nigga ain't never
One
safe. Ain't
hundred
never no
percent.
gray area with Jerry. It's always that nigga fault. Fuck is niggas talking about?
I
y'all.
agree.
Y'all
It's
done
always
ran through
Jerry's
This shit
three
fault.
always
coaches.
Jerry fault.
Y'all done ran through
It's
three
always
coaches
Jerry's
so
fault.
far. I mean,
But I'm just saying, what I was trying to say was like, all right, we got a top passing offense. We got a top. Our running back is second in the league in rushing. This nigga got eight rushing touchdowns. He right behind Jonathan Taylor. You know what I'm saying? We got a solid tight end in Ferguson. We invested in our old line. Our offense is solidified, bro. If we get an average defense, we're not 3-4 right now. I promise you. We can place the blame on
No,
that all we want,
I
but
agree. You're not 3-4, but you're not getting to where you want to get to.
I don't know, bro. We can't. I mean,
You don't know. Where do you want to
I don't.
I
I
love
don't
it,
know,
man. I
cause
love it.
like when you say, all right, we had the elite defense, 20 with 21 and 2023. All
Yeah.
right, who was our running back? Rico Dowdle. Who was there before Rico? We had one of the worst rushing offenses in the league then. Yeah, we could pass the ball. We had a good passing offense, but you can't win shit if you can't run the ball. Dak has
It's
always been
it,
that type of
it's
quarterback.
always something new. Now it's run game too. You notice how you
It's
bring up something new all the time, and that is an
Other than
issue.
going out there and
no.
playing football, it's this is the only team where it's not as simple as just going out there and doing your job and playing football. It's
Brother, you can't.
it's you put more blame on the people that's standing on the sideline with boards in their hand than the actual players out there playing.
I'm just not ready to blame Dak, bro. I'm not ready to blame Dak
So you don't
solely.
think Dak deserves any blame for the 9 years of two playoff games, or you just talk about strictly this season?
Yeah, I'm just talking about this season. I'm just talking about this season. Of course,
Well,
yeah.
you're not seeing
Throughout,
the bigger picture. Well, is it does it recycle with you? Do you ignore everything you've seen in the
well,
past just when
well,
it comes?
every team isn't the same every year. You know, things change.
What,
Play
bro?
calling,
What does that?
all that type of
What does
shit
that even
changes.
mean?
I'm talking about right
Of
here,
course,
right
every
now.
that makes
We
absolutely no sense,
we
bro.
3-4-1 right here, right now. Just give me a better defense, and y'all ain't. We not even having this convo about the Cowboys losing today. I promise you.
We really
It'll
are
just no, no,
because
no. We will
the better
no.
defense
We
not
will
gonna
have
stop
that
y'all.
convo. We will have the same Dak Prescott convo if the defense was good. It just be postponed. It'll be go come down a little bit later. It'll be in the wild card round. It'll be in week 18. We were always gonna have that conversation. As long as Dak Prescott is the Dallas Cowboy quarterback, we're gonna have that same conversation at the end of the season. The only thing is this defense is making it come sooner. It's making it come right now.
Have you ever
That's the only
seen a
difference.
Cowboys defense this atrocious? Out of all your years of watching the Cowboys, have you ever
2020.
seen a defense we've had this atrocious?
2020.
Yeah, 2020, the COVID first year, that was pretty garbage too. Mike Nolan's year. When they yeah, but
Oh
Oh
they're
yeah,
yeah.
both.
yeah, yeah.
It's
Michael
pretty
Irvin too.
terrible. They're both pretty
Yeah, yeah, that
terrible.
shit was bad.
They
Terrible.
had like 40 against the Browns, 40 against the Seahawks. Like, yeah, that was pretty terrible as well. But
I
but
mean, you
they're
can't
the worst defense in the league by far. But
by
again,
far, bro.
I'm just trying to
So
say all this defense is doing is it's speeding up the conversation about Dak Prescott. Because that conversation was eventually going to be had. It would just be having at a later time. And that's where I'm trying to get with y'all. It's a bigger picture. And it's fine. I mean, we'll have that bigger conversation when the Cowboys get eliminated down the line. Don't worry.
hold on, quick question for you, Emron. So we
Yeah,
all
what's up?
right. Let's say at the end of the year, that Jerry's like, all right, we done with that. We're gonna trade him. Who do we go get?
I mean,
What's the
that's.
options available? Archie Manning? What are we doing? Who we gonna get? Look at all these teams going to go get new
I
QBs and put
mean,
in their system.
look at what the Buccaneers were able to do with Baker Mayfield, what the Seahawks are now doing with Sam Darnold. There's guys out there that you can get younger quarterbacks that got fucked over in their because of maybe a bad coaching staff early on. It doesn't necessarily have to be in a draft, or you could see where you land in the draft, and maybe you could get a steal and work from there. If you like somebody in the draft, that might not be a top 10, 15 pick. Now I don't really know much about these prospects coming up. It really just depends on what the Cowboys are looking for. If they can identify a guy, if they can identify the next Sam Darnold, the next Baker Mayfield, the next who's the
Daniel Jones.
the next Daniel Jones. If they can
Daniel
find
Jones.
someone like that and maybe look at that, maybe if the Cowboys land in around the 15 to 20 draft pick and there's a quarterback that they like in there, they can pick him then and then have keep Dak for a year, kind of have like the Kirk Cousins situation in Atlanta. There's multiple different ways to go about it. I'm not saying you just necessarily throw Dak out, release him on the last day, the first day of free agency and look for a quarterback. That's not what I'm saying, but at least be thinking of a succession plan, whether it is through the draft, whether it is identifying the next guy, and having Dak Prescott be another $60 million is a lot of money. It's a
That's a
lot of
lot.
money.
I agree. I
There's
agree. I
not many,
mean,
there's if you look at the Super Bowl winning quarterbacks, not many quarterbacks win. A lot of Super Bowl winning quarterbacks. If you're not named Tom Brady, if you're not named Patrick Mahomes, a lot of the Super Bowl winning quarterbacks were on their rookie deals. Were on their rookie deals and allowed teams to, allowed them to take advantage of it. Dak making 60 million. I mean, and then not just Dak making 60 million. Then you got these two cornerbacks making all this money. You got your wide receiver making all this money. It's very top heavy.
that's
It's
my
very
problem
top
with the
heavy.
fucking corners.
And a
Very
Fucking
top
busload
heavy.
corners is pissing me
a
off.
We've been
busload of
talking.
that free money is still finna have to go towards the offensive side because y'all gonna have to play Pickens.
Yeah.
Gotta pay Pickens.
It's
Which
But that's it. That's the only person we gotta pay. I mean, if we being real, shit, the offense is solidified after we pay him. I mean,
You
shit, we
know,
good at that.
we've been talking
Offense.
about Dak for a little too long. I did want to bring one conversation that Noah had in the group chat as well, talking about I guess Noah decided to start shifting his blame more to the personnel rather than Matt Eberflus. I wanted to know what made you say that, Noah, because you've been very low on Matt Eberflus up to this point.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, I can shift it both ways. Or is that not picking his side either? We'll get to that some other time too. That's ridiculous, moving goalposts. But
All right, don't get too emotional.
no, I know
Just
it's getting
make it.
emotional,
Don't get
bro. I'm
emotional.
just
Just make
calling
it
you.
fun.
I'm just calling
Yeah,
it out for it is. Mullah called Twan out. I just saying the same thing, man.
yeah.
But hey, okay. Either way. What
Yeah.
I was saying, Eberflus, right? Eberflus was calling what zone coverage mainly first. What 7 weeks, 6 weeks, right? Okay. Now, last week he changes it to man based on what Washington got going on, depleted. Okay, I see it works, even though Washington's depleted, right? Okay, let's try it next week. Because this is more of a man coverage style defense. We try it and it doesn't work. So at that point, what else are you gonna like? If I'm thinking as a DC, keep in mind I'm just a regular guy, but if I'm thinking as a DC, what am I supposed to do? Because none of them can cover. Regardless of like put Trayvon Diggs there, right? I like we saw what he
Yeah.
can do, but we saw what he's done previous years. So I want to know like with this personnel currently constructed, what else is he gonna do? What else can he do? So it goes both ways.
They
So
can't
are
answer
you?
that, Noah. They don't know. It's nothing. There's nothing. Shit, we can't play zone. We can't play man, bro. What do niggas want?
Remember, the whole premise of this is the defense is
we
Cam,
trash. Remember that. Like what I want us to like. What are you supposed to do? Like he had his star corner, the one that was 97 mil, say, hey, right before Green Bay, hey yo, we gotta play man, we gotta play man. He proceeds to get benched. He proceeds to get benched, then comes in and does whatever. They allow 40, right? 40 points. He still plays zone. We get destroyed. We just look terrible against Carolina. I'm gonna cut to the point though. What are you supposed to do? Like, if y'all are defensive coordinators in Eberflus's shoes, what do? You play zone, it doesn't work. You play zone like 98% of the time.
you, hold on. You're asking us what Eberflus should do, but you were the one that was saying, "Get Eberflus out of here, man." That was you that said that. You don't act like you were like defending Eberflus earlier on. So you should be asking yourself that as well.
Yeah, I'm asking myself that every day. Bro, look. I mean, bro, you goddamn, look, it's both. Like the whole thing is just done. Like I'm just saying a point. Doesn't mean he's off the hook. What I'm saying is that personnel is just it's it's just terrible. It's done. Like it's baby food, bro. It's Gerber. It's trash. What are you so? Who are you gonna put there? I want to know. Who would I put there? I don't know.
Tuan?
I'm sorry. What was even the question, man?
Yeah, I mean Eberflus. You still believe like how Noah? He was very low on Eberflus, and then he posted the chat in the group chat like, is it really Eberflus or is it the personnel? I mean, let me go to Mullah because Mullah has been very,
Yeah.
Eberflus out as well. Are you starting to shift your blame?
Oh yeah, get him the fuck out of here. Yeah, he still should have been gone. That ain't changed. I don't give a damn if my niggas can't guard or they can guard. You done showed me enough already that you're not capable of being a solid defensive coordinator for my team. You gotta go. And those players gotta go. We play a lot of war zone. Me and Twan, we play a lot of war zone. So you go to the buy station, Twan, go get an airstrike and drop that bitch on the whole defense. Wipe the whole D coordinator, everybody out, bro. We need a whole new defense, bro. Person, don't even damn get the D line coaches, because we can't generate no pressure. Oh my God, my fault. I'm getting all off topic, but yeah, he's still
It's not
done.
off topic.
Well, yeah, the defensive line coaches, the linebacking coaches, the cornerback, all those niggas that they be naming. Oh yeah, I brought them in. Yeah, you saw them. They gotta go, bro. Like wipe
You know
house.
what's crazy too? All those people you mentioned, each one making millions of dollars,
Yeah.
millions of dollars. You got a cornerback. This team got a quarterback coach. This team got a cornerback coach. Twan,
And this goes back to my problem with Cowboy fans, man. Because I sat on this same couch last
Mr.
week,
Guy.
7 days ago, and watched these two young men. Yeah, we went to man. That's all we was saying the whole season. Go to man. I'm sitting up here. All I was simply saying was, bro, they had bus drivers at receiver. Can we at least acknowledge? I mean, I'm just saying, bro. We play who in front of us. We play who in front of us. If we go to man, all we had to do was go to man. This whole now 7 days later, you guys go up against some competition
That's
and get
cap.
swapped.
Hold
Now
on, hold
let's
on, hold
get
on, hold on.
everyone out of
Wait,
here.
wait, wait,
I
wait,
didn't hear
wait.
y'all say
That's
get
cap.
not
wait,
Lower,
what's
one
get on
cap?
his
What's
person out
ass
of
cap?
here
lower.
last
Wait,
week.
wait, wait, wait,
No,
wait. Hold
not
on.
one of you guys said get
Wait
one
a
person out of here last week.
Wait, Noah, give me one second. Wait, what's cap about that?
That's what he
He's
just said
right.
is cap. We weren't saying it in the terms of just no. He what he's saying is right, but he's saying it as if we were coming from a point of this is going to save us. Just go. We were saying it out of desperation. We were saying it out of look. We're getting our ass kicked in zone. Fuck it. Let try. Fuck it. Run man. Blitz. Send a whole squad and run man. Did we not say that, Nova?
Did you
but
not
you,
Wait,
defend
but
wait,
me
wait. Okay,
saying
okay,
that
wait, wait.
they had
Can I
three
interject? Can I?
backup receivers in? Was you not defending that?
y'all were frustrated, especially Mullah. You were frustrated with Twan when he made the point that y'all succeeded played man because of their receivers. You didn't want to, you don't want that to be a point made. You wanted to strictly focus on, the change to man and what the Cowboys defense did. And
Yeah,
now
yeah.
you see them try to go up against man against NFL legitimate NFL receivers, and they get torched again. As he was saying, go from last game averaging or giving up 22 points to giving up 44 points within 1 week.
Out of desperation though.
What does that even mean?
Out of zone isn't working. We should be able to run zone. We should be able to run man.
But
But this shit ain't working at all. So fuck it. If we gonna get blown out anyway, let's at least try some shit we ain't tried, which is man.
exactly. I think I'm pretty sure Twan agrees with that, but that's not what he was arguing. He was arguing how y'all. I remember this specific argument when he brought up the fact that y'all were going up against high school receivers and middle school slot receivers.
Yeah.
Y'all weren't willing to acknowledge that. Are y'all gonna
Whoa,
sit here
whoa.
now? Are y'all
So wait, hold
you
on. I'm trying to get
especially
what you
you?
saying. You saying so his point was we went against school bus drivers and janitors and shit.
Yeah, you weren't willing to acknowledge that. You just wanted to focus on what the Cowboys defense was able to do.
Yeah.
Are you willing to now sit here and accept the fact that you know what that had something to do with the performance last week? It's
Yeah,
okay.
definitely. Yeah. The
There you
receiver
go.
core of the Commanders definitely. They showed us now in hindsight. I'm seeing it was more of the receivers than our defense for sure.
That's what he was trying to break down.
Go ahead,
And
Noah. Go ahead, Noah.
All right, all right, all right. Because okay. Look, I'm gonna say this again. I'm gonna say this again. Remember, Emron asked this question. Remember, he's laughing too because he knows what I'm about to say is right. Look, listen. He asked, "Was this more about the
I don't know
Dallas
what you're about to
Cowboys
say.
defense? Was this more about the Dallas Cowboys defense, or the fact that Washington was depleted on the offensive end? And what did I say? What did I say? I said that
He
they were
agreed with
depleted.
y'all.
I
He
said
agreed.
that
He
clear as
agreed. Yeah,
day.
he agreed with
Look,
us.
He agreed with
look.
y'all.
Yeah, I did
Yeah.
say that. I just said that completely. I wasn't high. Look, there's you and there's
Yeah, I
we.
was the only
Okay,
one that disagreed for
There's
real.
you and
So
there's we. Hold on now. Let's get that straight. I've had my moments. I will stand up here and
Okay,
admit that as
okay.
a man. But hold on, yo. Hold on. Hold on.
okay, yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I misspoke. But I didn't want to pivot to the star cornerback, for the Dallas Cowboys, who, they're heavily missing right now, and that is the Trayvon Diggs, $100 million cornerback. Look, I'm just trying to I've been sitting trying to speculate. How do you go on IR for a concussion you suffered at home? I don't know if he fell off the second story of his crib. or something. But I mean, like,
Crazy.
what were y'all just thoughts on that, situation?
I heard he got into a fight, man. I heard he got into a fight. Shit, he got a concussion. Yeah,
He got
Uh,
into a fight with who?
Shannon and Ocho was. I watched their podcast. They said he got into a physical altercation. Yeah,
What?
yeah,
That's breaking news, brother.
yeah. That
And
was
it came
that was
out yet.
Shannon and Ocho said. You know the Cowboys ain't want to. They you know what I'm saying I ain't hear it myself, but I don't think they gonna report nothing false on their channel. But he was like, the coach was like, yeah, y'all asked Trayvon what happened. So, that's
Mm.
bad when coach is talking like that. So
So that means
Wow.
it was something stupid.
it was some
Something
dumb.
stupid.
Exactly, exactly.
Yeah.
Wow.
And wow, he got his ass beat. He got if that's the case, then he's going on
Yeah,
IR.
that
IR is
motherfucker had a concussion. He went on. I put his ass on IR.
IR. That nigga got knocked out. He got
Bro, that reminds me. Oh my goodness, bro. That reminds me when Moolah talked about we
That's
can't
bad.
pack Jerry up, boy. They packed up Diggs. Shit, they packed him up.
Packed
Yeah,
his ass up.
just fuck around. It was a fan. It might have been a fan. Shit.
Hey, was it Bubba Dub?
Fuck around, man. Bubba Doug caught his ass slipping and shit.
Oh my god! And he got in the
No,
DMs
if that's
too.
the
Oh man.
of if that's the case, man. No,
That's
man.
crazy. I gotta do some more
That's just
research
add
on
more
that.
fuel. If that is the case, that just adds even more fuel to the fire when it comes to like, this narrative that Cowboy fans have of moving on from him. Yeah, I think it's definitely time. I think he's another Jalen Smith, another Ezekiel Elliott, and yeah, that's very, very, very clumsy, clumsy.
Golly.
I, I did want to make another point of
Yeah,
what I
go
was
ahead, man.
talking. Yeah, so like when you remember when I was talking about when CD comes back, I just like I like how our offense was playing when he was out. Of course, he's an upgrade coming back. He's our offense. But it felt like this game they were kind of forcing the ball to CD on that drive in the goal line when he threw the quick slant to CD when the nigga wasn't clearly wasn't open. And like they pointed out, Pickens was wide open on the goal line fade. You know they doubling CD the whole game. You know damn well they finna double him in the goal line. Why would you try to force? It's like they force feeding the ball to him. I'm just starting to. I could kind of feel it. It didn't happen too many times, but it just felt like a lot of time he's dropping back. He's just looking for CD. Okay, quick 4 yards to CD, as opposed to sitting in the pocket waiting for something to open up deeper down the field.
Why do you think that is? Why do they feel the need to force it to CD?
I know
I
this is
mean,
going.
the nigga is making $136 million. Shit, I mean, I, I guess that's why it's CD Lamb. you know, all of that pristine diva boy shit. Maybe they don't want to turn him into another Anthony AJ Brown. I don't know what it is. Had a nigga on the sideline reading books and no
uh,
whatever. I don't know, bro. I can't tell you, bro.
Tuan, you made a face when he was saying that. I know you're always very active when it comes to the CD concept.
At this point, I just need to be a fortune teller, brother. I mean, I need to be. I don't know, man. I see the future, man. I sit up here and said this a couple weeks ago. What was gonna happen? It's like I don't know, man. I guess I've been an ex fan for a fan for too long. I was a fan all my life,
Would
but
you,
yeah,
would you move on from him in the off season if you had the right the right scenario where you could get a good, compensation back? Would you
no,
move on?
no, you can't move on from him.
No, so
Not,
you
not,
just so you
not
you
telling
you're
like that.
just you're just like you're
It's
just
just
not high on him just in
they
general.
just gonna have to do what they have to do with him because you gotta understand. Like I said, people seem to forget who George Pickens is. That's the same dude that was watching the draft in a ski mask, looking like a YN. That's the same dude that's on the sideline hooping at Haran all last when he was with Pittsburgh. He is a problem. He's a problem mentally. Not saying he has a mental problem, but his
Nigga
his
talking about
his
mentally.
anger is a problem. You have two number one receivers, you're gonna have to try to bobble them. Like I said, that's gonna be a problem with any team. You have two number guys that think they're number one. That's a problem. So
Yeah, I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. And I still don't think it's gonna be as easy as y'all think in regards to the Cowboys, being able to trade for Pickens. I don't think it's gonna be as, or not trade for Pickens, to re-sign Pickens. I think that's gonna be a very difficult and dicey situation. But you know what? We talked about a lot of negatives. I want to get to the last, the bright side of things. It is 3-4-1. I did last week say these three games: Broncos, Cardinals, Raiders, is to give you is must win to give you some cushion. But you know what? You can't look back. And the Broncos won this game. They are 6-2, so it's not the worst loss in the world as well. You went away in them. You got to move on. Cowboys have two games this upcoming weeks. These two, are double must-win games. You got to get above 500 with the stretch upcoming. That's gonna come later on against the Cardinals and Raiders. Can you see any way that the Cowboys don't go 2-0 in the stretch? Noah?
Give me 1 second. I have some difficulties.
Oh, I think Noah, no.
Yeah, Mula.
Yeah, hell yeah, because against the Cardinals, like I think you texted in the chat, Kyler Murray is finna torch us.
Yeah, that was Noah.
Oh, oh yeah. Kyler Murray finna have a field day on us. That game don't matter about us being at home because he's gonna also be at home, his hometown. Shit. I see us losing that game and beating. Is that the last game before the bye?
Yes. You play
Yeah,
no, 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 no. Yeah, last game before the bye. Then you play the Raiders after the bye.
we play the Raiders. Man, we should. We're gonna lose one of them games, bro.
You're
Either
not
the
losing to the
Cardinals or the
Raiders.
Raiders.
You're gonna put up 100 against the Raiders. Raiders are terrible, man. You're
Um,
not losing to no Raiders, man. But who knows? Geno Smith, that might be the game where
but I'm saying they
they
all
write him
have they
off.
fucking. Everybody had a career break. I'm telling you, bro, it's always against us.
Yeah, that'd be ooh. Twan, any way that they don't go 2-0?
I don't know, man. I haven't been keeping up with the Cardinals like that this season. But like I do know from past experience dealing with Kyler, man, he becomes a dog when he play these boys down here, man. So I think that game go either way. Arizona was on a bye this week,
Yeah, they're on a bye. They're 2-5, three straight losses
and this gonna be Kyler first game back, or no, second or first.
from no first game back from
From
injury.
I mean, y'all should take care of business, man. But who knows? Who knows what Cowboys team is going to show up at this point? I mean, I seen how CD was sitting on the sideline looking out toward the end of this game. He's finna go into one of his modes, his
Noah.
diva modes, and yeah, they should go 2-0. But I see them splitting the games. But even if they do go 2-0, let's be real. What is that gonna do? Look at the stretch of their season. Like it doesn't matter. The more wins
Well,
they get
if you
now
look
is
at
the
it from
more
my
wins. Go ahead.
if you look at it from my perspective, I'm not looking at it down the line. I know what's coming down the line. I'm trying to keep this like relevant up flow. We want the Cowboy fans, up there. We don't want them giving up. We don't want,
Okay.
you lose one of these two games, this season is over, man. I'm sorry, man. You lose one of these two
Okay.
games, this season is over. Even I start like losing hope in everything, and
Yeah.
getting some entertainment out of this. So that's what For me, I'm just taking it one game at a time. Keep the morale high. Keep the morale. Look, last week y'all said there's a sliver of hope after that Commanders win. Does that hope completely go away with
Yes.
this loss?
Can you hear me? Yeah. Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, not,
But bro, it's just
I
my
gotta see.
also another frustrating thing I got with Cowboy fans is they're just so emotional, so up and down. You're on top of the world. It's you have the highest of goals, and you lose all sort of objectivity, and you become illogical. And you know what? I might get cancer. No, I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say. I was gonna say something. You become very illogical and emotional, which is like a certain feminine trait, damn near. You become illogical and emotional, and that's what it comes with the Cowboy fans. You have your highs, and you're just screaming. You get your lows, and you're like Man, this team is shit, the blah 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 blah. Can we get at a like 50-50 level? You don't get too highs with win, you don't get too lows with losses. Is
Well,
Never
there is
gonna
there
happen. Never
this
gonna
this
happen.
this is why Twan stopped being a fan. Exactly what you're stating right now. That this is why he's on that side of the spectrum. I mean, I kind of lost faith a minute ago, but not completely. And right now, I still haven't completely lost faith. I don't give a damn. Call me delusional. I will lose faith once Overshown is back and Revel is in the game. That way, I've seen every fucking body that you can throw on defense on the field. Not nobody hope. We still got in the cut that's better players than the guys out there. When I see them back and then we still getting tossed like this, oh, then I'm completely done. But oh my god, like even with them back, like you said, the later half of the season, that's always been my stance was that later half of the season, we fucking done, honestly. But we gotta see what happens when those guys, get thrown in the
I
fire.
mean, after last week's
no?
win, that was a must win. Keep in mind, last week and this week was a must win. We responded last week because that team was depleted, and then this week
Yeah.
we didn't. We were trash. So it's like I can understand what he's saying about emotional highs, emotional lows because I'm guilty of it, especially in past years. Yeah, for sure, 1,000%. You can ask him.
Oh yeah,
Number
you are
one
guilty of it.
witness. Now look though,
You are
if
very guilty
no
of
no
it.
for real for another.
Let me tell y'all a funny story. Let me tell y'all a funny story. Actually, that was the year. It was the year Cowboys went 8-8, and Dak Prescott had like 5,000 yards and like 50 touchdowns, and they lost to Philadelphia in
Yeah,
that must-win game in Week
yeah.
17, second to last or Week 16. They went away, and Dak Prescott laid his egg when it matters the most. I remember the Cowboys started off 3-0 that season, and then they went into the Mercedes-Benz Superdome going up against Teddy Bridgewater. Drew Brees was out, and they lost like 12
Yeah.
9 or something.
Yeah.
And me and getting on Noah's ass and some of the other people that some of the other Cowboy fans and rooters, and he got so frustrated that he did like these win-loss predictions. They were 3-1 at that time, and he had them finishing out the season 14-2. Their only loss coming when they
Yeah.
went away to the Patriots. They end up going 8-8 that year. After that Philadelphia game that they lost, they go 7-8. He blocks me. He doesn't talk to me for months. He just
Oh.
he says he don't mess with me. He's going around telling people he don't mess with me just to avoid criticism. just to avoid just to avoid criticism.
Okay, now it makes sense. Now I see why y'all. Okay, okay,
just,
it all makes
just
sense
to
now.
avoid just to avoid criticism. And that's the thing. And a lot of Cowboy fans are like that.
Yeah,
A lot of
yeah.
Cowboy fans they
Okay. All
can't
right.
take it. But keep going, no. But this is when we were, by the way, this is when we were
This was
freshmen, so
this is not this is
keep in
not
mind
now.
this is not
Even
Noah
though
now.
even though I'll admit this right now, I
Yeah.
still had them going to the NFC Championship game in 2023, and look what happened. Green Bay happened. So, yeah. Either way, if I'm gonna talk about this season, right? I'll start this season. Start this season. I mean, in Washington, I wouldn't say I was like on a high. To be honest, I was really just like I'm just glad we won the game. Keep in mind, it's 2-3-1, and like if we lose this game, I mean, there's nothing else to look forward to. That's the whole thing. I mean, nowadays, what we got Arizona and Las Vegas, it's like obviously it's a must-win game. But here's the thing, and this is the reason why I was saying
Yeah.
like not even about like Dak and holding it accountable, but like in general, like you said, like picking a side and stuff like that. Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all right now. Disclaimer: I'm trying to be real. It's up to you if you don't believe me or not. Look, no. I'm not being emotional. Don't
All
say
right,
it.
bro. I got it.
Here's the
I'm
thing.
not gonna mention that again. It's okay. You don't need.
It's
You don't need
fluid.
to
It
keep.
ties together. Listen. All I'm trying to say is that Arizona, Las Vegas, even if like we can win the game, how am I supposed to expect that after what happened today? Let's say Kyler's gonna come next week, right? First game in like a month. He's gonna he's gonna play well. No, I have to say this because
Get to the point, man.
no way. I went outside this episode. No. Listen. Kyler can come in, he can score, he can score, he can score, and what are we gonna do? We're not gonna score. The same stuff we were talking about Dak today, right? Which y'all too, right? I guess have been harping. It's gonna happen next week. What do you mean? What do
How
you
do you
mean?
know
What do you
that?
mean? What do you mean? How do I know that?
Well, you're saying that was gonna happen next week. Dak Prescott could go next week and drop 45 on
Okay, and he could do what he
Arizona
did
Cardinals,
today,
and it would not surprise me at all.
what he's done before, right?
He's not gonna
Nah,
do what he
probably
did
not.
today.
I don't
He's
think
not
so
gonna
because
do it.
I think when it's gonna be easier situation. I think that's a front running situation. I don't think that will happen.
That's
Dak is at
exactly.
home. He'll be comfortable. He's going up against the Arizona defense. That's not the best defense in the league as well. Not that best. It's a perfect way to front run. You're going with C.D. Lamb and George Pickens. They'll
So
easily
who's our
take advantage of
defense?
that Cardinals. Cornerbacks cannot see. Okay, yeah,
What
Kyler Murray
happened
can
the
put up
last time he
30
came in?
points. Dak will
What
put up
happened the last time he came
45.
in AT&T?
Bro, that is y'all talking about. That was a
He did the same thing
worst
back to
Cowboy
back
team out there. They
years.
didn't even have Dak
He did
Prescott.
the same
They
thing
had a defense that
2021
might be worse
when
than
Dak had
now.
a good
Huh?
offense.
What back-to-back years?
Yeah.
I don't remember that
Yes, it
year.
was in
Yeah,
Dallas,
y'all played
and
the
they beat
Cardinals.
us.
It was in Dallas.
Arizona cooked y'all the past couple of times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's beating y'all in Dallas twice. Bro, Kyler Murray is not the player he was then
Nigga
too. I
always
got it.
beat us,
Like I
bro.
talk. Yeah, I mean, bro, he went up. He went to Allen High School. He never lost. He's never lost a game at AT&T. He's played
Nope.
the many games.
And
Because Allen always was getting to the
and on top of
championship
that, it's
and all
like Twan
that.
was just
So
saying. I think what the beginning of the episode, but we're 3-4-1. Say we go 5-4-1. I okay. Congrats. I mean, here comes Philly, KC, Detroit. I mean, like yeah, like I said
we
in the
don't
beginning, we
we
don't
don't, we
look at
don't
that,
look at
right?
that.
We don't want to talk about Detroit.
We right now just and that got to be the mentality too with in the locker room. The only focus should be these next two games because you win these next two games, you finally get above 500. And I don't know, crazier things have happened before.
You
Cowboys
trying
have
to give
gone
us
Wait,
in
you know,
hope,
you
on
know what's
Noah?
funny?
Don't fall
The
no
into
funny
that
thing
shit,
is,
man.
we're
You trying
no
to
literally
no
give
no
on
no
us
no.
hope,
I'm being
on a
man.
different side of this, like
I'm being
3 weeks
100%
ago.
for real. Crazy things have happened with the Cowboys. There was one year the Cowboys started off like 3-5. It was the year after the Dak's crazy rookie year with Zeke. The year after they started off 3-5,
I know. When I said
and
they
they
would
went
win the
on this
division, you thought I was
crazy
crazy.
reel of five
Yeah,
straight wins,
I remember
beating
that.
Philadelphia that
I know.
made the
That
Super Bowl,
was
and they ended
delusional.
up winning that division that year. So, I mean, crazy things have happened. Now, I'm not saying they're gonna go 5-1 this stretch. Hell nah. But Chargers are a beatable team. Vikings are a beatable team. You know, Commanders, they already beat them. Giants. I think the last four games of the season is it's the Eagles, Chiefs, Lions. That three is just wow, wow.
I
You
got a
want to
question
go?
for you and Twan. So say we do make it to the NFC Championship. I know, but let's say we do make it and we win, but we go to the Super Bowl and we lose. Is it still motherfuckers ass this that and the third, or does that get some praise? Does the Cowboys get some praise? Are they still a shitty team, or they still just can't get the job done? Like is it just Super Bowl or bust?
Twan, you want to go?
If was a fifth, we'll all be drunk,
Oh,
brother.
God, that's what I was gonna say.
If was a fifth, we'll all be drunk, brother. Yeah.
I just
If
want to know,
y'all
bro.
this
I just want to
it,
know.
brother, it's Super Bowl or bust every year. That's what kills me with y'all. Like, also, y'all have not been to the Super Bowl since when? 95, 96.
The Ravens haven't either. Well, they went. I'm lying. They went in. What was that?
They won it
2010.
Brother,
2012.
you keep want to bring other teams in this. Every time I come on the Cowboys, you bringing all these other teams and players in. We're talking about the Cowboys. What are you talking about? I know as you and all the Cowboy fans, if y'all make it to the Super Bowl, y'all are gonna be ecstatic. Y'all are gonna
I'm
be
gonna be
excited, even
fucking
if y'all
ecstatic.
lose. It's not as a true sports fan. That should not be okay though. It's ring or bust. Mahomes then came and took over the league and got 3 bowls. Like,
Well,
no,
it's
Dak
just
been in
easier
the season
said
only
than
won
done.
two playoff games. Is,
That's
is
just
is
easier.
Mahomes that much better than Dak realistically?
Yes.
Yes, yeah.
No, I wouldn't
Put
even
put
give him. I
Mahomes on the
wouldn't even give y'all
Cowboys.
that.
Put
No.
Mahomes on the Cowboys right
Put
now.
Mahomes on the and then what? They still not going to. Still not going to the Super
We ain't
Bowl.
3-4. I promise we ain't 3-4-1.
Yeah, I
I mean, I guess
definitely.
what Mahomes can come up and
Quan,
put
you're losing me
45
there.
up because Dak is putting up 40.
You're
He's
losing.
putting
You're
up
losing me.
30s.
Look. You were making some great points. So you said put Mahomes. Mahomes is not that much better than that. Yeah, and now you're losing me. Yeah, you asked
Nah.
me a question. Look, for me, what it takes. Yeah, I guess that that I'll give Dak his credit if he makes the plays when it matters the most, and he gets it over the line, and he doesn't start seeing tunnel vision in the highest pressurized moment. He goes out, wins the play. If he does what you're saying, he's gonna have to go on the road and do it too as well. He's gonna have to win a game or two on the road. If he's able to do that and somehow get to the Super Bowl, okay. But I mean, bro, I'm not gonna lie. That's like the most unrealistic scenario that will never ever happen. So I mean, I'll sit here and say I'll give him the credit, but I'll never have to worry about that. Never. That's the thing. Y'all don't think like I hope no Cowboy fans think like this is some sort of Matthew Stafford situation with Dak where he was just held back by a terrible organization and all. That's not what this is. That is not what this is. Not Matthews. This is not no Matthew Stafford situation. This guy walked into the best offensive line in the NFL history. He walked in when one of the greatest run games in the 20th century. He's had some of the greatest array of receivers that quarterback has had his first 9 years. When you factor in a later Des Bryant, he had an Amari Cooper, he had a Michael Gallup, a CeeDee Lamb. Now he has a George Pickens. So you cannot say weapons is not an issue. Now he's defensively it hasn't been great. He's had maybe he had a 1 year where he had a good defense, a couple other years average, a lot of times below average. I'll give you that, but you can't have everything perfect. Matthew Stafford is completely different. Completely different scenario. They gave him one player, and that player lasted for like 6 7 years before he ended up retiring. That's it. They had
So we
nothing
saying
going on
Daniel
there.
Jones. I mean, look at Daniel Jones. I mean, we ain't the tell of their season ain't we ain't seen it, but shit, are we saying
But
that
you
Daniel
know,
Jones a better quarterback than that?
what we see Daniel Jones do. I saw Daniel Jones play, arguably in my lifetime of watching football, probably the best football game I've seen a quarterback play in his first playoff game when he took on Minnesota in that wild card round. I think that was the first, the best quarterback performance I've seen a quarterback do, in his first playoff game, and that was, that's the highest of levels in the playoffs. I never saw Dak play to that level in the playoffs. I'm just sitting here and admit it. So maybe there was something going on there, and it was on the Giants too. I'm not saying Daniel Jones is this great guy, and now obviously he needs to. He's gonna have a chance to prove it this year. He's gonna Indianapolis is gonna be in the playoffs. They're gonna be in a high seed, and he can have a chance to continue to prove himself, right? So I'm not saying I'm this high on Daniel Jones yet. I still need to see it from the playoffs, but there was something that he showed us. You know, he
I'm
is.
just saying, like Dak, the same way Daniel Jones went to. I mean, Dak ain't no horrible quarterback. I get he's folded, but fuck, look at. I mean, Daniel Jones have a chance to prove it. Sam Darnold, look at these motherfuckers. They balling in different teams. A lot of it has to do with system. It's not just nigga, it's you and it's all on you and that's it. That's the end. Both them quarterbacks, well, the coach ain't really got no defense, but motherfuckers got good play call. It's a lot of shit that goes into the scheme of winning games for the outcome to be a W
So for
on the
9
fucking
years, what's the outcome of 9 years? You're saying there's a lot that goes into it. I understand that, but what goes into 9 years of this?
9 years, man. He's been
Coaching.
a failure. He's been a failure. That's what he's been. I mean, I'm sure he knows that. I mean, all Cowboy fans know that. Dak has been a failure. I've seen so many rookie quarterbacks come into the league and make it far. That's what pisses me off. Seeing these rookies come into the league and make it further than this nigga has made it. When he's seen more defenses in this nigga, more disguised coverages, more personnel, he knows their tendencies. So you should have made it further.
And what's the worst part about it? He's going up against these younger quarterbacks that have way less experience, and they're playing better than him. And they're outplaying him. Brock Purdy outplayed him in the playoffs twice. He got outplayed in the playoffs by Jordan Love. He got outplayed in the playoffs by Jared Goff. Now the Jared Goff one, I don't think I think Jared Goff and Dak they were similar experience when they played each other. I'm talking about when he was back in the Rams, the divisional round as well.
Yeah.
So that it's really bad. That's That's the thing. Before I wrap it up, you had any last questions you wanted to get off your chest? Anything else?
Um,
Don't be afraid to ask, Andy. There's something you
I said,
wanted to ask. And
I'm just, I'm like I say, man, I'll lose all faith once I see Overshown come back, Siobhan Revel. Once I see when I see all of our arsenal being thrown out, when I can see every player in that locker room has touched that field that I feel like is a decent, solid player, and then I see us lose games, then all my hope would be gone. Can I say all hope is gone for me right now? No, because unfortunately, things is gonna happen in the league. Quarterbacks is gonna get injured. Some star receiver, star running backs gonna get some shit's gonna happen, like you said. And
yeah, you say all hope. Well, so all hope is not gone, but in terms of doing what?
making it to the playoffs. I'm gonna just say playoffs. I think we still got a chance at the
Oh,
playoffs.
you better just say playoffs. What do you mean? I'm
Yeah,
just gonna say
I think we
playoffs.
still got a chance at the playoffs.
You better just say. I will say. I mean, I could see a. I could genuinely see
we
that.
we we've seen it happen with the Chiefs. I know Dak is not Mahomes. I know. But I'm just saying we've seen it with the Chiefs. They started out. I don't know what year it was. Last year or the year before
We
with the
we've
worst
seen it from
defense
the
in.
we've seen it from the Cowboys. We've seen it from
No, no, no,
Dak.
no,
Dak
no.
had a season where he started off 3-5 and he got the team into the playoffs. It is possible.
Well,
It's
I'm
very
more so
possible.
speaking from the defensive standpoint, where the Chiefs had that horrible defense. And I don't know if they made I think they made to the Super Bowl that year because like throughout the season as it progressed, the defense just got better. I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
Switch flip, motherfuckers just start playing better out of the blue. And that's
Yeah.
what I'm hoping when we get all these other dudes in. We gonna see, man. We gonna see. But that's pretty much all I got. So I just feel like today's loss, it was a lot of miscues. Like we getting penalties, right? Like we got in the goal line, they forced the ball to CD. We get back down, even I think the drive after that, we get a flag at the 1 yard line, pushes us back 5 yards. After that, like the fucking flat route we tried to throw to Turpin got swatted down and damn near picked. It's just like the 3rd and 5 to Turpin on the right side. I mean, it hit the ball, hit his hands. It could have been a better ball. He didn't catch it. It's just like bullshit keep happening. Like at any shit pissing me off for real. It's just like what the fuck? Why does everything gotta keep going wrong and shit? Like, but today's loss, like I said, ultimately it falls on Dak for me and that defense, of course.
Twan.
I mean, it's gonna be like this every week, brother. It's gonna be like this every week. I'm just, I don't know as a Cowboy fan what y'all expect, what y'all want to happen, what y'all need to happen for y'all to understand this team. I don't know. I mean, luckily I learned it early on in my football watching life. I was hoping you guys would catch on, but I'm assuming you guys are diehard to go to the grave with it, which is fine.
Sure.
But just expect no Super Bowl within that time span.
Brother, what
Whether
is
it's
your
40
team, bro?
years from now, 50 years from now, 60 years from now.
Who is your
Not
team?
happening.
Who is your team?
I don't have a team anymore, brother.
Brother, so you don't got a team, you can't talk to me, brother. I'm sorry.
I don't
No,
have a team, brother.
You
Hey,
Noah.
are a
hey,
Cowboys
like I
fan, brother.
said,
You
once we got
bleed
off
blue.
call, bro. Hey, Twan, I don't blame you. I don't, I don't blame you. But I'm still a diehard rocking. But one thing I'll say is, I mean, look, I
All
ran out
right,
of
man.
point. Just in general at the beginning, at the point. I mean, I can admit that. But like you said, it's gonna be the same every week. I mean, I think we should just start really paying attention to what we say on the show. Just keep in mind, because there's a lot of we, you, huh, here, huh,
Mhm.
whatever. Let's keep that in mind. Like, yeah, hey, I can be consistent. Hey, yeah, I mean, I think I've been
Bro,
consistent
don't
this
make this
year, but
about
hey,
yourself. This is the Cowboys Network. It's this. This is not about you. This is about the
yeah,
Dallas
I'm talking
Cowboys. You
about
got a point to
Dak.
make about the Dallas Cowboys, or you're talking about
Yeah,
like,
that's what I mean.
yeah.
No, 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 no,
Oh,
no,
okay,
no, no,
okay,
no,
okay,
no,
okay.
no, no, no.
I thought you're trying to send some
I'm talking about
underlying
Dak. I can
message
I
here.
can be objective
Okay,
when it
okay.
comes to Dak. I mean, I if you're talking about this year specifically, I mean, I wouldn't say I've gone just like a seesaw or anything, to be honest. But as far as the Cowboys,
Yeah.
I mean, like Twan said, I feel like I figured it out by week 7 because Denver was the game. Like I already circled this as an L, but with the way the season led up to it, especially what happened in Denver, it's like okay. I mean, you can go 5-4-1, but is this team gonna split with Philly? I don't know.
So
No,
no playoff
no,
hopes.
actually, no. Playoff
Playoff
hopes?
hopes,
No.
bro. You got playoff
Playoff
hopes
hopes
or
is
no?
done.
If they
No.
decision got to be made
Playoff hopes is
today.
done.
Hope or
They're
no?
not making the playoffs.
Okay.
To make the
They're
playoffs?
not making playoffs.
Shit. I still think they can make the
That's what I'm
playoffs.
saying.
Like
I'm
if I had to
choosing. They're not. They
choose,
will not
no,
make
they're
the
not making
playoffs.
the playoffs. But I still think, but do they
Mathematically,
have
yeah.
do they still have a chance though?
They have a
No,
chance.
come on,
Cool.
bro.
Yeah,
Don't
they
be
have a
political.
chance, bro.
Do they still
But
have a
that's not
chance? Do
happening.
you believe they
It's
have a
not.
chance?
Admit what?
Then admit it. Admit it.
What
Have the guts to
chance?
admit that you believe they have a chance. Like it's not hard.
I'm confused.
Imran don't want him to
Okay. Hold
lose
on. Hold on.
all
I'm
hope too
confused.
early. That was
You
Listen.
have
Listen.
a
Listen.
chance.
I'm
Yeah,
confused.
yeah,
I'm confused.
Do you
yeah.
believe they have a chance?
Say the question one more time. I'm
This is
confused. I'm
not
still confused.
politics where you say the politically correct answer. They have mathematically a chance. No shit. It's week 8. They definitely have a mathematical chance. I don't think anybody's been eliminated at this point. I don't think a single team has been eliminated at this
You're
point.
just
It's
asking me
damn near
straight up. Do
impossible
I
to be
think they have a
eliminated
chance to make the
mathematically at this point.
playoffs?
Do they have
No.
a chance though?
No.
Yeah.
No. They don't have a chance.
No. So they don't have a chance. They're done. Twan, do you believe they got a chance?
Yeah. I
I
see them
agree.
squeaking in. I see them squeaking in.
Oh,
I
you see
see.
them. You see them actually getting in.
I see them
Okay.
squeaking. I'm praying that they get in. I hope they get in, just so they can lose the first game, no matter who it is. I really want it to be the Packers again, but yeah, they have a chance. They have a chance. But
Okay. Yeah, and I agree they have a chance. Well, at least they got a chance. So, but thank you guys for tuning into the Star Unfiltered, and like, subscribe, all that, and we'll see y'all next week when the Dallas Cowboys. Actually they play on Monday night, so the release of that podcast it still needs to be discussed when that'll happen. But we'll see y'all whenever it comes out. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe, and have a good one.